All right. So, this is the senior technical project and program manager and Scrum Master role that you had at the
Right,
same company.
correct.
So, yeah, can you tell me about your key responsibilities here?
So this, as you see, the two main, projects or engagements
Mm-hmm.
that we completed during this time was for Cisco Salesforce,
Yeah.
right? So it was Salesforce implementation for two organizations or to do two departments in Cisco, which are kind of connected. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
so let me give you a quick background. So what happened was, Salesforce was, I think it was, so this is, the dates are, I think, around 2009, right? 2009 to
Yeah,
2009
2010
to
and 2011.
11, yeah, up to 12. So it's like a couple of
Yeah.
years.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Uh, so basically, Salesforce was coming up pretty strong, and we wanted to get into that technology. I
Mm-hmm.
I have finished my previous engagement. So what we did was I proposed that why don't we start this business practice because we have been working with Cisco for quite a bit now, and then we saw some opportunities coming up. So what I did, I basically started training myself. I spent like a couple of months training myself
Mm-hmm.
on Salesforce just to get acquainted with the system. Because what I believe is that to lead, if you have to lead, then you have to know the technology. Otherwise, you just become more of the administrative authority. But if
Yeah.
you have to
Mm-hmm.
lead from the front, you have to understand the technology. I started training myself. I helped. I basically hired an architect who can kind
Mm-hmm.
of lead the technical team as well. And then we started basically approaching the customers with the proposal, even though we didn't have a reference. Basically, we
Mm-hmm.
wanted to build this a business practice. So based on that, and given the strength of our on-site offshore model, we basically bid for this project and we won the project because we had previous business relationship with Cisco. And along with
Mm-hmm.
that, what really helped was, we got our developers certified in Salesforce. So that's one of the major accomplishments. Even, we got the project that we
Mm-hmm.
were able to accomplish. Basically, helping technical team or mentoring technical team to get Salesforce developer certified, right?
All
So
right.
what
Okay.
happens? What happens that if you have a team, and out of let's say 10 people, team out of it, like 50 to 60% are certified developers, people believe
Mm-hmm.
you, right?
Yeah.
That brings some kind of authenticity to the team. And also,
Mm-hmm.
if the managers have gone some kind of training, and then they demonstrate and they speak the same language as client understands, as well as Salesforce technology is concerned, then they basically believe you. So that's how we got this project. And
Mm-hmm.
so the first project was about the uh, Cisco's CSR. So basically, there are two parts. Like one is Cisco system thing, and then there's Cisco Foundation. The Cisco
Mm-hmm.
Foundation, it basically handles the main CSR programs like corporate social responsibility. So they fund these non-profit organizations, for
Mm-hmm.
example, or they partner with non-profit organizations, for example, uh, Bill Gates and Melinda Gates Foundation, or Intel
Uh-huh.
Foundation, or Cisco, right? And they carry out major activities for the third world countries, or let's say there is earthquake, or there are floods, or they need to bring out some initiatives for education. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
so and then there is only so much an organization can do. So they partner with all these non-profit organizations across the world, and then
All
they
right.
give donations to those non-profit organizations. Now, what happens before they give the donation? So there is a very elaborate process before, and then the non-profit organizations they also approach Cisco for funding, right?
Mm-hmm.
So there is a very elaborate process of how a non-profit organization should be onboarded, how they are vetted first. So you vet them, you understand their strength, what they have done, what kind of work they have done, what kind of funding they are looking for, and then what are the milestones they want to achieve, and then monitor their progress, right? Or if you
Mm-hmm.
have given funds to them, have are the funds being correctly utilized? right? What are the outcomes? Is Cisco gaining something out of it, right?
Mhm.
Because
Mhm.
it's just not like few $1,000s. The CSR activities or the funds Cisco gives out is in millions, right? And across
Mhm.
the world. So there is organization or department in Cisco called Corporate Affairs, right?
All right.
And that corporate affairs, we basically implemented this Salesforce project. We did a custom development. So Salesforce is like software as a service plus is also PaaS, like platform as a service where you can develop your own applications, and it's a rapid development. You know,
Mhm.
don't have to code a lot. It's all built in, right? So it
All
has
right.
workflows, it has reports like BI reports. You can. So what we started, and before this project, everything was in spreadsheets. The data
Mhm.
was scattered all over the place. It's not standardized. It's not in one place. Uh, uh, and then there are so many. So we work with Middle East. We work with Mexico. We work with organizations in India,
Mhm.
in Southeast Asia, China. So all these employees or third-party organizations which are working in corporate affairs all over the world, so they have their own data. So
Mhm.
what helped was, since Salesforce is on the cloud, we consolidated all that data, a huge amount of data, and we migrated it to Salesforce. So that's one of the challenges. So we put it in
Mhm.
Salesforce, and then we started, you know, uh, building all these basically features in that application because Salesforce has this. Salesforce is basically customer relationship management CRM platform, right? But
Yeah.
the way
Mhm.
we use that platform for this program and portfolio management was, you get the lead. So if some organization, non-profit organization approaches Cisco, then it becomes a lead for this project.
Mhm.
Okay, somebody approached us. So then we vet them. Then we vet them. If they are good, then that lead becomes a opportunity. The
Mhm.
non-profit organization becomes an account and the contact. So basically, all the features of Salesforce, like contacts, accounts, opportunities, leads, management, territory management, and all that thing, we basically use Salesforce to implement that, and then basically the pipeline, the reports, the dashboards for the executives. So they were able to see, I mean, right from the manager to the executive VP in Cisco, they were able to see, everything from how the opportunities are vetted, how the funds are being released, where we are in each project. Is it in red? Is it yellow or green? You know, uh,
Mhm.
and then get that insight. So from the dashboard, they can see a report at a country level, and then you can go to the state level, and then every project and report and to the one opportunity. So they will able to see everything in those drilled down dashboards and reports. So it was
Mhm.
quite well appreciated. So that was the
Mhm.
first one, and then in a related thing, what is happening is, so Cisco, in one of the initiatives, the non-profit, the CSR activities is there is a application called Network Academy. So they
Network
call Net
Academy.
Academy,
All right.
correct? So what happens? This is the tool Cisco has built to train the uh, the students, uh,
Mhm.
especially in the third world countries, in Cisco technology, right?
Mhm.
So,
All right.
like for example, Cisco offers various kinds of certifications, like
Yeah, CCNA
CCNA
and all,
or
right? Yeah.
CCNE and all that, right? So
Mhm.
now the way these non-profit organizations work, or the corporate social responsibility organizations work, is basically Cisco will train these these students or these semi-technical or technical people in these third world countries
Mhm.
using by giving them online learning platform. Okay,
Mhm.
and once they get trained in the technology, then Cisco will basically they will look for those jobs in those technologies, right? And
Mhm.
then Cisco, and then on the parallel, Cisco works with these governments in those countries to basically make a business case or expand, provide the Cisco networking platform or networking devices or technology, right?
Mhm.
So by by providing a free training to the citizens of the country, and then been providing the infrastructure so they can basically, now they are trained, they can work in the same country because they are trained and certified on Cisco technology, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that's how this CSR thing works, right? So
Mm-hmm.
this NetAcad, it's basically it was a big tool or a platform, and there were three components. One was the learning management component, which was on Amazon AWS. There
Mm-hmm.
was a library component where they used to store the students' data, and there was this Salesforce, which will basically is used for onboarding, like onboarding the organization. This is now used for onboarding the students or onboarding even like the teaching educational institutes who will provide training on behalf of Cisco. So all this, so this Salesforce was one of the biggest component in that network NetAcad platform,
All right.
which was used to store the data of students, and the basically the workflows related to their training. Okay, this is students who got enrolled. Now he's on his this level of certification, so he passed that exam. So all these workflows are very easy to implement in Salesforce. So
Mm-hmm.
so we implemented Salesforce for NetAcad as well. So this was probably two plus years of engagement, and I was leading the on-site team,
Mm-hmm.
and then we have a small team in Hyderabad, India,
Yeah.
where we were
Mm-hmm.
doing the core development. So that's
All
that's
right.
basically the summary of this role.
All right. So I have a couple of questions. Firstly, for the team that you mentioned, can you again tell me about the size of both the onshore and the offshore
We
teams for
had
this?
on-site was like a 4-member team. Offshore was like
Mm-hmm.
around 10 to 12 members.
All right. All right. I also want to ask if there were any challenges with this project, any project management challenges or any technical ones.
The technical one, as I mentioned, right, the data consolidation from
Yeah.
all
Mm-hmm.
across the world. It was spread in data spreadsheets, and so data consolidation, data analysis, data cleansing, all those things, and then
Mm-hmm.
migrating data to the Salesforce. Yeah, that
All
was
right. And
one major activity we achieved. Program management challenges, I would say, uh, I was working with so many different groups spread across
mm-hmm.
so many different parts of the world. For example, we're working with or one unit of corporate affairs in Mexico, another
Mm-hmm.
unit in Middle East, another one in you know uh, New York and all that, another one is in India. So basically making sure that even though they have their own initiatives and they're working independently, you know making sure their programs or their projects are correctly tracked, and and you give that consolidated report
Mm-hmm.
to the director that I was reporting to.
Mm-hmm.
It's a little challenging because he's not going to go into the nitty-gritty details of every project, but at the same time, you should the reports and dashboards that you're building should be able to convey the message, where all these projects are. So that part, turning those reports into the technical reports into more of a program management report so that the exact message is conveyed to the top management.
Mm-hmm.
That was kind of challenging.
All right. All right. Fair enough. Right. So besides this thing that you did for Cisco, were you also working on anything else here during these couple of years that you were the project manager?
Internally, um, I didn't mention it here, but the one thing that I was working on, see, we have developed this product for County of Alameda here in Bay Area,
Mm-hmm.
where the product is about traffic citation management. So it
All
deals
right.
with it deals with everything related to a traffic ticket, right? From its
Mm-hmm.